All right, this is a lovely little 66, I think it is, Triumph T120. And we're having a heck of a time finding the right brakes for the front wheel. We bought the right brakes for this year bike, this year model, and they don't fit. And so now we're taking the front wheel off again. And we're going to try again and see if we were just messing up, which is perfectly possible. And then we're going to take the front wheel and the brake assembly and the new brakes and the old brakes down to my good buddy Roger's house. He has a huge collection of Triumph parts, and he's really handy to have around. Like 6 blocks away, I got a source for parts, used but good, ones that I fall into and use when I have a bike I need to turn around quickly, and used doesn't matter because they just don't wear. I buy a lot of parts from Roger. Anyway, we're going to take that front wheel off and go down to Roger. As a matter of fact, I might even take a video down there to introduce you to Roger. And we'll see if we can't resolve what's happening with this front wheel and the front wheel brakes on this really, really nice white with orange Triumph. Okay, in the continuing effort to try to find the right brake shoes for this nice looking T120, we've discovered that, according to everybody in the world, these are the correct shoes for that bike. Nice and wide. These are the shoes that came out of the bike, very narrow. This is the plate that came out of the bike. It has these vertical supports here that actually match these old shoes beautifully. So they were made to fit on there and rest on the verticals, like so. These new shoes wouldn't do that because they would never sit flat. They would sit on the vertical and be at an angle. So there was no way these new shoes that are guaranteed to be for this bike are correct for this backing plate. So I went down to my good buddy's place, and he had this backing plate from an earlier model, and these shoes are going to fit in here just fine. I'm going to take the lever and the post out of my old backing plate and put them into this new backing plate, which doesn't have the vertical supports, and they will work just fine, I sincerely believe. Okay, so that's the plan. Now the reason, I'll show you over here on the bike itself. Look at the difference in width. And here's the brake drum, and these are the new. So you're using the full width of the brake drum with these new shoes. Whereas before, it was only using about half that brake drum. So you were giving up about half of the braking power of the bike. So what we're doing here is worthwhile to get the bigger, better brake shoes in, using a different backing plate, which might be the right one for this bike. This might be the wrong one for this bike. We just don't know. And you really, I don't know, maybe you can tell by looking in the parts books, but the pictures aren't great. So anyway, that's the plan. This comes out, goes in here. This comes out, goes in here. These new shoes are going to go in here. And I think, that that's going to solve the front braking problems the client reported, which were basically rotten, ineffective, not working front brakes. This should solve that problem. We'll find out. I'll let you know how it goes in the next video.